Hello everyone, my name is Tara. Today I'm going to give a presentation on a culture of bullying in nursing and how bullying impacts on patient safety and a healthy workforce. So, at first, we'll be discussing about the bullying and why is bullying becoming a problem and effects of bullying in person, patient and in teamwork and what has been done till now about this issue. How can leadership mitigate this problem and background of bullying and responsibilities of a new graduate nurse in mitigating the bullying in workplace, and lastly conclusion. So, nursing profession has been recognized as a respectful and caring profession. However, this profession has been identified as one of the workplace where occurrence of bullying is quite often, which can be either doctors bullying nurses or the nurses bullying nurses. According to Safe Work Australia 2016, the bullying is an unreasonable and repetitive behavior directed to the worker or the group of workers that contributes in creating risks to health and safety. So, workplace bullying is also a dark side of nursing which reflects the unprofessional, uncaring behavior of nurses that undermines the capability of nurses to do good. And in present context, it has become more prevalent, which creates compromise, patient safety, and healthy workforce. So, what are the bullying behaviors? Bullying behaviors are verbal abuse, gossiping and rumors, excessive pressure, unreasonable deadlines, discrimination, harassment, humiliation, and isolation. So, these behaviors are identified as a bullying behavior. So, what behaviors are not considered as bullying? Implementing workplace policy, managing misconduct and utilizing disciplinary actions, giving appropriate feedback on employee performance, reasonable and appropriate action taken for the patient safety, and justifiable decision taken on recruitment process and on promotion of the employee. So these behaviors are not considered as bullying. How bullying affects on person, patient safety and health and creating a healthy workforce. So research done in different health worker experiencing bullying suggests that it hampers them mentally and physically as they suffer from anxiety and altered thinking as a result of post-traumatic stress disorder. Evidence also suggests that bullying can be so ingrained that it can undermine the credibility of a person, their professional values, and challenge self-identity. This clearly states that bullying has adverse effect on a person facing bullying and it is a contemporary problem in nursing. Bullying creates fear, lack of trust, gets a person out of comfort zone, anger and power and feeling of powerless, feeling of hurt on the person, um, and this all brings in psychological disturbance on a person, which can create on medication and treatment error. It affects on giving care to the patient as it delays care, and this results in patient falls, adverse event, and mortality, patient dissatisfaction, and rise of complaints from the patient and their family. So we can understand bullying can negatively impact on patient safety. Likewise, nurses experiencing bullying tend to have frustration and aggression from their work, lack of interest to work, lack of effective communication and interpersonal relationship, calling more sick calls and resigning from their nursing profession. These all contribute in development of a healthy workforce because the environment is unfriendly, there's always a sort of staff and lots of work pressure. Therefore, bullying is a contemporary issue which affects on healthy workforce in nursing. So evidence suggests that 50% of workers experiencing bullying will quit their job. That's a high amount. So now bullying has been considered considerably grown over the past few days, and research has been done to identify bullying behaviors at the work and mitigate it. So till now we have New South Wales Code of Conduct and Human Resources, and research and studies has been done to identify bullying behaviors. Workplace unions, health service union, United Voice, Safe Work Australia, Anti-Bullying Advice Line, Anti-Bullying Contact Officer, National Centre Against Bullying, Anti-Bullying Management Advisor. So these are the organizations working for bullying to support the person suffering from bullying actually. How can effective leadership mitigate bullying? So according to Workplace Bullying Institute 2014 cited in most in 2018, 56% of bullies are the person on higher rank, which indicate imbalance of power and cause fear. Therefore, to prevent bullying, effective leadership is required. Because effective leadership plays a vital role in resolving or mitigating bullying. Firstly, has a critical role in preventing conflict among the staff members, as the ability of a leader to manage the conflict prevents further escalation to the situation. Likewise, collaboration and consultation is a pillar of a good leadership because autonomous decision done by the leader without any collaboration and consultation creates disempowerment and dissatisfaction in the employee. So, effective leadership plays a vital role in preventing bullying and creating a patient safety and healthy workforce. Now, coming to the background of bullying, 6.8% of Australian workers experience bullying in previous 6 months. 1 in 3 workers experience bullying. 1 in 2 workers will witness bullying at some point. 9.4% of Australian workers reported that they have experienced bullying. 37% of workers reported being snored or yelled at their workplace. And 75% of workers experiencing bullying will take time off from their work. So, coming to the causes of bullying at workplace are hierarchy system, seniority, feeling of insecure of one's peer group, tortorial tendency, differences in education, perceived lack of capability in new graduate nurse especially, and poor leadership and poor managing. So what are the responsibilities of a new graduate nurse? So being a new graduate nurse, it is very important to understand bullying and identify the bully behaviors. Don't turn blind. Bullying can be on you or on your colleague, so try to understand bullying and its consequences. Follow the code of conduct of nursing, which says promote a positive work environment. This tells us to treat all the staff respectfully and without bullying or harassment. Breaching of this code of conduct might cause formal disciplinary action. Person can be referred to the police, may have termination of the employment, and may face serious charges. The other thing new graduate nurse can do is moral courage to speak up against the bullying. This means taking a tough stand up for the right thing. Sometimes it can be very hard to take a stand, but nurses should always have courage or give courage to the one who is facing bullying to stand up and speak up against it. And remain positive and realistic. Having a positive thinking makes feel less miserable, and sharing feeling and emotions makes them feel less anxious. So it is important to remain positive. And likewise, caring is an essential nursing intervention. Caring is a part of nursing profession and reflects trust, love, and creates a healthy workplace environment. So caring is essential. And lastly, developing skilled communication and true collaboration. Communication is a significant clinical skill that helps to deliver safe patient care and develop healthy workforce without creating any misunderstanding and a true collaboration with other health team members. And this helps overall functioning and fulfill the essential requirements. So these are the responsibilities of a new graduate nurse which they can perform remaining in their scope of practice. So being a new graduate nurse, it is very important to have an effective communication acknowledgement as well as support and listen to the victim. If any bully occurs at your workplace, talk to the team leader or norm or authorized person. Nurses and midwife support can be assessed by making confidential call or email. Get support from the unions, anti-bullying advice line, and always talk to the close friend or family. And lastly, to conclude, we have understood about the bullying, definition of bullying, and different bullying behaviors, what are bullying behaviors and what are not bullying behaviors. So it is very important to identify differences on this behavior, and whom to contact if you experience bullying, effective leadership for mitigating of bullying, and background of bullying and its causes, and understanding the cause of bullying and at last responsibility of a new graduate nurse in preventing bullying. And these are the references of this presentation. Thank you for listening my presentation.